Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a great day. If you're a trader of natural gas, let's just say today we have some important things to talk about. The Biden admin works on a green natural gas as the USVs for the top LNG spot. Now, as Russia is going through some problems, let's just say the US is about to take over the producer of LNG spot in the world as #1. And on the other hand, European natural gas prices post the longest monthly losing streak since 2020, which the pandemic was the beginning. Now, March is going to be the turning point, but before we get into all of this, if you are here for the first time, you do want to stay up to date with everything to do with natural gas, I highly recommend you scroll down, tap the red subscribe button right there, slap a like on the video for the YouTube algorithm so more people can see the positive side of natural gas and be updated with the news. Now, something that is really interesting about this post that was made, the Biden administration is holding talks with the global energy companies and the foreign officials in an effort to set standards for certified gas or natural gas. You do need to understand, as US is starting to take the #1 spot for producers of natural gas around the whole world, they will have more control in terms of what is going to be the standards they will have to meet to import or export LNG or also natural gas. The efforts come as the United speak to certain its liquefied natural gas or LNG exports to Europe to displace Russian fuel while also promoting efforts to fight the global warming. This is really good because obviously they're talking about the climate change and trying to make a difference, but at the same time this is going to have a huge impact on the price of natural gas and how this is going to be a positive trend if you are a long trader. Why? Because there are going to be more restrictions and also more things they will have to worry about, so the exports and imports will be slowed down a little bit. And you guys know March is starting to show a very strong trend that it is going to be a cold month, and in cold month more natural gas is required, and if the supply has been reduced, while even the companies which are producing natural gas have agreed with Wall Street and try to cut down on the supply a little bit, it is obviously going to help pump up the price and try to average it close to $4. It's a big priority for us to make sure that the role we are playing in supplying natural gas to our allies at time of great enemy security need is done in a way that climate is responsible. Now, this was actually said by the Assistant Secretary for the US Department of Energy. So this is a big deal, and personally I'm really interested to see what will happen. The United States has become the world's top gas producers in the recent years and competes with Qatar to the top LNG exporter. And when we talk about this, the European natural gas, what is really scary is in the previous month we have had about 3 consecutive months where, let's just say, the losing streak for natural gas has been quite strong, and this has not been something we have seen since the start of 2020 when the pandemic hit and comfortable inventories and plunge in the demand dragged the price down significantly. Now right now it is actually starting to be a lot more stable, and it is obviously going to have the demand go up as the winter will close in the March. And also you need to understand that the inventories are going to be lowered because there is a lot of companies that are cutting down on their supply. Another thing is, if you have not been paying attention to the chart, let's just say the Friday close was very good as we did have a very strong rally upwards. Right now, as you guys can see, we are in a very strong uptrend. And if you actually decide to look at the 1-day chart, which will make you a little excited because we have finally just broken across the downtrend, and as you guys can just see, in the past 1 day we have officially started an uptrend on the super trend. The reason this is really good now is because now there is not much slowing us down. The only strong resistance that we will have to worry about right now is about 200 points ahead of us. And if you want to talk about the actual, if we talk about the Fibonacci extension, the next resistance is seen close to 4. Now keep in mind, obviously the weather will come into play after March comes to an end. So if you guys are going to be holding your position long time, I reckon that you also calculate your risk and reward. I personally think that you would not want to hold it too long because there will be a lot of retracement once the weather is against all the bulls. Right now, because the price is so low, it's obviously going against the weather, and seeing March is going to be colder is obviously going to pump up the price even stronger. But that will not be the case once April plays along. Maybe it might be, but I'm just giving you guys my suggestion. If you guys are doing a strong leverage trades, be a little cautious because it can blow your account quite quickly. Now, if we talk about the colder forecast trends, you guys can see that lift natural gas futures early. This is just an estimate that March will be a little bit colder, but once those estimates came through, the futures of natural gas have seen a very positive trend, and we saw that just by yesterday's trading session. Natural gas futures climbed in the early trading Friday as updated March forecasts shift the colder, while analysts pointed to supportive trends in the power stack on the price induced fuel switching. Now right now this will probably keep climbing as the trend is still towards the up, but right now we also have to be a little bit cautious as we are starting to see a lot of green days in a row. And you know, that could be a little scary. Now, Asian spot LNG price hit 19-month low on the tepid demand. Now, what does this mean? Asian spot liquefied natural gas prices continued their downtrend this week, hitting the lowest levels since 2021 July due to the tepid demand, which is expected to last until the end of March. This is a little scary because the average LNG price for April delivery into the Northeast Asia was $14 per million British thermal unit. Industry sources estimated down about 50 cents or 2.3% from previous week. So this is a huge difference, and you do have to be a little bit considerate when you talk about the recent prices in South Asia. Right now, natural gas is being used a little bit more than what it was being used close to December, but you do need to understand that that could also mean if the winters go away early, it is obviously going to cause the price to drop very quickly as well. Another thing which is really interesting is natural gas features further gain in store. Natural gas now looks at $3 and beyond. The prices of natural gas extended the recovery above $2.80 on Wednesday, and right now it is sitting close to $3. We haven't crossed that yet, but the Fibonacci says that December to February dropped near $3.20, and that is going to be a strong support and also resistance for now. Once it is crossed, it is going to be acting as a very strong support to keep the natural gas price up. Right now, the interest, as you guys can see, is slowly starting to increase, but on the other hand, you can see that the natural gas the volume is starting to come down. So putting all of that together, you guys know when the demand is high and the supply is low, the price pumps quite high. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, do want to stay up to date with everything, subscribe, and I will see you very soon. I'm out. Peace.